Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Minx. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So as you can see, we haven't moved very far since yesterday's video. That's because it's the same night, and actually it's nearly 11 p.m. at night. What? This really is a slumber party now, guys. So myself and Christina decided that we would chat with you guys while we sat and did some crochet tonight. And actually, where I'm sat, you can't see what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna do that. There we go. So, as I briefly explained yesterday, I am not home where I live, and Christina isn't at the place that she is staying for most of her UK stay. We decided to meet somewhere in the middle for a couple of nights. So we are both, well, Christina's on her second vacation in the middle of her original vacation, and I'm on a mini vacation because I do have to go back on Sunday for work on Monday, and Christina's going to go back on Sunday to go back to where she originally should be.
Right. To my job.
Yeah, so Christina, do you want to explain to them what you're doing here in the UK this time? Because last time it was to come see me.
It was, yeah. So this time I'm actually house sitting for someone and pet sitting. So I'm watching their cat and their house while they're gone. And it's another person who works on a military base. Of course, they worked on a military base in the UK. It's an American military base. And we kind of have like a network where we can say, hey, I'm going on vacation at this time. Is anybody available to watch my house or watch my pets or whatever? And when the lady posted the message, I didn't actually see it. A friend of mine saw it and she was like, hey, weren't you talking about wanting to go back to the UK? And I was like, what, when, where? And so like immediately she was like, yeah, it's in such and such group. And I was like, okay. So I went and I found it and I messaged her and I was like, that sounds amazing. Let's do it. Let's set it up. And she just has a cat, and cats don't need a ton of care. So she did tell me from the jump, she was like, if you want to take like a weekend to get away, you can do that. So I was like, okay, no problem. And so I messaged Sam and I was like, hey, I'm going to be here from X time to X time. Do you have any opening? And unfortunately, I am very, very close to London, not very, very close to Cornwall.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to coordinate and plan for how to make this work. But yeah, so originally, and I'm here for a little bit longer, even after I go back, and then I go back to Sicily. But I'm here for a little bit longer, where I'm gonna be staying, and then watching this cute little cat. She's so adorable. I mean, she's not little; she's kind of chunky, but she's so sweet. But she's very cat-like in that she comes up to you. She doesn't want you to pick her up. She doesn't want you to do anything of the sort. But there are little kids in the family of the house that I'm staying in. So I can see where she's like wanting to run away and wanting to not be picked up because little kids have a tendency to pick up and squeeze when they need something. So that is what I'm doing.
2 secs. Okay, and we're back. So yeah, we just decided to try and find somewhere that's pretty much in the middle of the place near London where Christina's based at the minute, and me down in Cornwall. And here we are. It is, well, I suppose we can say the location because neither of us are going to be here by the time the video goes out. If you're cool with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we're in the English town of Bath, B-A-T-H, as if you were going to take a bubble bath in the tub. It's famous for the Roman baths, all those years ago. I have never been to this town, and neither's Christina. And I think I personally am going to have to come back when I have a bit more time than what I do for this visit, because I'd like to see the Roman baths and explore the city a bit more, and have just a little bit more time to play with. But what Christina and I are doing are trying to cram in as many hours as we can together while we can before I have to go back to work and she has to go back and look after that cute little kitty cat. Christina did a couple of things today though. I don't know how much detail she wants to go into what she's been doing, but
yeah, I did a couple of things. I mean, I'm not really doing travel stuff on my channel a whole lot anymore. But I am a big reader, for those of you that maybe don't watch my channel on a regular basis. And growing up, of course, all the classics, right? One of the things that I was really, really big into was Jane Austen. And I actually have a tattoo on my shoulder from Pride and Prejudice, the obstinate, headstrong girl that Elizabeth Bennet, she gets called, right? And I have always been a little bit of a stubborn person, so I thought that was very fitting. I got called obstinate multiple times in my life. So
did you not do a uni paper on it or something?
Yeah. And then when I was in college, I did a whole thesis paper on feminism in Jane Austen and how she was a big the beginnings of feminism and the thoughts of feminism trickling into society. Like, women didn't have to marry, they didn't have to have these simpering sort of behaviors all of the time. Not to say that they couldn't, but they didn't have to, right? And they didn't have to be portrayed that way in literature. And then we were walking, and after we left there, and I actually found a Mary Shelley museum. Which I love Frankenstein, right? And actually, in that paper that I was writing about, Mary Shelley's mother, Mary Wollstonecraft, right? Also big proponent of feminism. So there was the history of her life and her marriage to Percy. There's a lot of stuff about Lord Byron. All of these things that I absolutely adore were in this museum. And then we were leaving there, and we were going to go get a snack, and we came across a board game cafe. That was super cool. This was all before Sam got here.
Yeah, I had to do a half day at work before I even travelled up here, and it was a 3-hour drive. So they got to do all this fun stuff while I was either at work in boring training or driving. But it's good. She filled her time. At least she wasn't sat here bored waiting for me.
Well, we couldn't even check in here until 3 o'clock. So my train got in around noon. And we probably would have done a little bit more, except for there was a hole in my shoe.
Yep.
So I had to get new shoes. And now I have blisters because of my new shoes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't bring socks. Because I didn't think I was going to need socks. But then I ripped my shoe. So then I need... I should have bought socks while I was there too.
Yeah, we're actually experiencing a bit of a heat wave here in the UK as well. Now, it's not really a heat wave to Christina and her daughter Sparkle, but for us in the UK, it's a massive heat wave. We're not cut out for it, guys. We don't get it often enough to harden to it or be able to cope or manage with it. So I'm a melting mess. Christina's quite comfortable.
Yeah, even walking around, it wasn't too bad. It was 87, 88 degrees. Don't get me wrong, it was warm. But it was I was telling Sam, in Sicily, it's a lot drier of a heat, so it can reach 100. Last summer I got up to 114.
No, thank you.
I wasn't there at the time. I was in the States, but even so, the summer before that, it was 120, but it was still a dry heat. Now, you wouldn't want to go out in it. Heat advisory, don't go out there. But even if you stepped outside for a little bit, you didn't feel like you were suffocating. And here, it's a little bit humid, you know, because, I mean, England seems to be a pretty wet place.
Yeah.
Although, I was telling Sam, again, every time I've come here, the weather's been gorgeous, so I don't know what the rain they're complaining about. But maybe if I come at a different time of year, I would get...
Come in the winter. Come at Christmas time.
But in the States, especially where I've lived most of my life, you step outside in the summertime and you feel like you have not taken a shower. Like, it is sticky, it is wet because of the humidity. It is just gross.
And I feel like that here, so heaven knows what I'd feel like there. My gosh.
So it's not too bad for me. I will say though, even staying where I have been staying, there's no air conditioners in the house. So when it reaches 80 degrees, it stays that temperature. Like, you can't cool it off.
Nope.
Even with a fan, you can blow the hot air around.
Yep.
But that's it.
Yep.
So...
And, like, we're sat on a fabric couch, sofa, whatever you want to call it, and I literally feel like I'm sat on a radiator because
it's hot. This couch
my
is
body
hot.
heat is going into the fabric and then it's radiating back up at me. So I may as well be sat on a radiator, like, full heating on. That's why I'm melting. And even Christina said, this couch is hot.
It is. It's definitely hot. Because
Yeah.
even when you were sitting over there and you got up and Sparkle sat in your spot, right? She was like, it's hot over here. Because the body heat was just, it was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're even sat here with, like, the patio door open or the balcony door open, and I'm still like, I cannot cope. And the floor of the balcony out there, the ground is still warm on bare feet, and that's not usual for the UK at all. So yeah, we picked a great weekend. I mean, this weather, can you imagine if it was this weather when me and Mike went over to that island? Oh, good gravy.
You guys would have been miserable.
Yeah, because we just don't deal with the heat very well. I mean, there's some of us that do bask out in the sun like lizards and stuff, and we love it, and any sign of sunshine and people are like going around with no t-shirt on and, you know, slapping on the baby oil and doing all the things you shouldn't do for sun safety, I might add. But I have never coped well in the heat, and I have to be so super careful in the sun as well, that it's always a miserable time for Manfa when it's weather like this, because I can't wear more skin showing tops for fear of getting burnt, or I have to put sun cream on like every hour, and I don't have the time to be doing that. So I'm always in covered up clothes, which means I'm melting. So I am always hot and miserable. But it's all right. I did put the aircon on in the car in the end. I gave up because if you run the aircon in my car, it really drains the fuel. So I try not to. I try to cope with just windows down, letting warm air circulate, like Christina was saying with the fan. So I could preserve my fuel a little bit. But in the end, I had to admit defeat. I just shut the windows, put the aircon on, and then I was just like, okay, I can breathe now. So yeah, it's a really freak heat wave, and actually we're back to rain all next week apparently. Down where I live anyway, so.
Not where I am.
No, well, there you go, see. So yes, we've met halfway in the middle, and we have no real set plans for our time. We knew that it would be a bit more of a chilled evening tonight, because obviously I had half a day at work. I've had, 3 hours travelling in the car. Christina's had train journeys and things. So we took more of the chilled option for tonight. We had a little bit of a disappointing takeout, but, it happens because we don't know the area, we don't know the restaurants, we don't know where's good and where's not. So, you take a bit of a risk.
Yeah.
And we've had a shower, and now we've filmed a couple of videos for you guys. But then once this video's done, we will be crocheting probably for a little bit, heading to bed. And then there's been whispers that we might go in search of some yarn shops tomorrow, because they've got Roman baths, so technically when in Rome, right guys? Just saying. We'll probably find somewhere for breakfast first, then hit some yarn shops, and then I think just go with the flow. Like I said, we haven't really thought much beyond getting here. and enjoying each other, really. We knew we were going to film these videos because I asked Christina before I came, would she mind? And she said, no, of course not, because she's an epic best friend. What can I say? And also we have to be mindful that obviously Sparkle's with us as well. My kids are back at home. It's just me that came from my family. But Sparkle is here with us, so we need to be mindful that, you know, we need to incorporate some stuff for Sparkle as well, and make sure that, you know, we do stop for breakfast, we do stop for lunch, we do get dinner, you know, that sort of stuff.
We don't just giggle and...
Yeah. But I think time will run away really, really quickly.
It already has tonight.
Yeah,
like,
I
oh
know.
my goodness.
It's gone 11 p.m. at night, and we just feel like I got here an hour ago. It's, yeah. That's how it goes though, right? You wait so long to actually meet, and then when you do, it's over in the blink of an eye, and you have to say goodbye again. But then you just look forward to the next time.
Yeah.
So I am choosing, because I did bring a couple of projects with me, I'm choosing to do a simple cotton washcloth while we chat tonight, guys, because like I said, it is getting late. It's been a busy day of work and travelling for me. And when I talk, I cannot count. So the amigurumi project that I've bought, I cannot do on camera. And I did bring the Pick My Whip blanket project to possibly start, depending on how much crafty goodness time that we get.
I mean, I would be okay if we sat here all day tomorrow other than going to yarn shops and crocheting.
So if we go out for breakfast, hit up a yarn shop, and then come back and crochet all day, sounds good to me.
But we do have to find at least a park or something.
Yeah. We need to let Wiggles loose.
Because I would definitely want to come back and do... There were so many things. Like, there's this whole list of places where Jane Austen used to live. She lived in multiple places in Bath over the course of many years. And I would like to go and do all of that. But, like, I tried to map it out, and it was, like, 45 minutes of walking... just that alone, and like trying to get into the city center.
It's tricky. I've never seen a road layout like it. Just saying.
Yeah. And then just trying to navigate everything. I mean, when you're in the city center, it's all like pedestrian, like you can't really drive, so you have to find a place to park and then walk. Which, I mean, we passed some pretty cool restaurants. We passed this really cute toy store. But, like, we literally, my daughter and I, we came with a backpack here. Like, when we came to the UK, we came with more than a backpack. But here, so, like, we've got our clothes, everything is in the backpack. So we have to be super mindful of what we're doing and what we're purchasing and what we're... Because we got to carry it all back. Now, I did bring a couple of things for Sam.
Yep.
So that did take up some room in my backpack.
So she's now got room for yarn. Yep.
I've got room for a couple of things. But we did buy things today already. Because my daughter collects snow globes. And that was one of the first things that she's like, I want a snow globe. And I was like, okay. So we got her a snow globe.
Yeah.
And then I bought a couple of souvenirs myself. Some things for my son. And a thing for my mom.
While Christina's talking to you, I'm just going to grab a couple of things, because you will then understand why this apartment was meant for Manfa to stay in it. Okay. So bear with.
We have, like I said, just limited space. So I'm trying to make sure that I have enough room for everything. Oh yeah, I was going to say, don't forget those.
I'm on it, don't worry. So, Christina was charged with trying to find a place for us both, because she was going to be here a lot longer in the UK than I was able to get free from work. So, Christina sourced this place, and there was a couple of places, and we just decided to go for...
And I'm apparently the daredevil who just does things on a whim. So it's like,
you just do your thing and I'll just go along for the ride. Well, when I arrived today, Sparkle came to help me with my bags, and she was very keen to show me my room. And she said, this just has to be your room, and you'll understand why in a minute. On my bed, guys. I'm not joking. I didn't bring it with me.
No, she didn't.
This was here in the apartment,
I actually have. Hold on. Just to prove it, because I was here before she was.
Yeah.
I have. This was the bed. So it was on the bed before she ever even got here.
Yep. So, yeah, flamingo pillow on my bed. And then Christina was sat here chatting with me earlier, and she just happened to look at this TV unit that's across from where we're sitting. And the lady that owns this apartment is clearly a Manfa's Makes fan. I mean, I don't know if she actually watches my channel, but she may as well do. Hang on. I mean, how did she know? How did she know? I'm quite tempted to half inch, which means pinch, and run away with them and take them home, but I'm not a thief, so I won't. But I like this lady's style. I mean, this was definitely the apartment myself and Christina were meant to stay in. I mean, I don't know what's relevant for Christina, but these two things are definitely Manfa.
Well, my room does have a black and white blanket, so I'm pretty happy.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So, but yeah, how
And then,
freaky.
What was in the cabinet?
Oh yeah, the glass that I'm drinking out of. I didn't bring this with me. That was in the cabinet as well. So, I mean, it was fate. It just all aligned, and it was fate. So, yeah, it's all Christina's fault, and it's good. See, this is why she's in charge of the organisation of these things. So, guys, I hope you are all doing really, really well. It was just a brief stop-in from Christina and I today because it's getting late and we actually want to enjoy some proper girly chat that doesn't need to be spread across the whole world.
With the bad words.
Yeah. And maybe an alcoholic drink or two, not gonna lie. But we just wanted, or I wanted to share Christina with you on my channel. And I had the ability to bring my laptop and my camera. Didn't bring a ring light. Sorry for the bad lighting, but it was just a, you know, spontaneous idea just a few days before I came. It wasn't even planned from the beginning, but Christina's such a good sport. She said, yeah, I don't mind sitting in front of the camera with you. Why not?
I mean, how often do you get to sit in front of a camera with other people? Because you're just talking to the camera most of the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, sure, yeah, I'll sit. Like, we could actually, like, talk.
Yeah.
Instead of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love talking to all of you all the time. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, when you're doing a YouTube channel, it's really, really hard sometimes to
do that one-way conversation and keep it going and think of enough to say to keep you guys.
And how would people respond? Like, so if I say what I want to say, then what could I then come back with as a response to what someone else might say? Because I don't know about you. I do, though. When people say things and I'm watching a YouTube video or something like that, I'll be like nodding my head. I'll be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, so I will interact with them even though they can't hear me.
Same. I'm talking to the peeps in my phone all the time. Mike ignores it now. He's got his earbuds in watching his own stuff on his phone, and I'll say something and he'll be like, And I'm like, not you. I'm talking to Jen, or I'm talking to Christina, or... When I first said that, he actually thought I was FaceTiming with Cinnamon Stitches. So I was like, I wish. No, I'm watching her video and just talking to her. It's fine. But yeah, so we're going to go and enjoy some time together, chat, catch up. It's been a year since we've seen each other. Yeah, we talk, you know, outside of YouTube, but we both lead really busy lives. We both work full time. We're both in the school system now. Very different school systems as well. Obviously, Christina's got Sparkle, I've got my crew. So to snatch moments of time is really, really hard. So the fact that we're actually in the same building is even more special. So I've shared her with you for long enough. I want her all to myself now.
Yay!
But I hope you have a really, really, really good week. Hopefully I will have still had enough energy on my return on Sunday to film Crochet Catch Up for you tomorrow. But as it stands on the day of filming, no, I have not filmed it yet. So if it's there, great. If it's not, I apologise. But I'm sure you can forgive me for this very rare occurrence, which seems to be happening about once a year. This is the second year running, but we can't guarantee it for every year. So if it's not there, guys, I apologise, but we do need our real lives to take priority from time to time, and I'm sure you get that. So enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy the weekend ahead. If I see you tomorrow, great. If not, I shall see you next week. Don't forget to head over and see what amazing content's on Christina's channel as well, because she's been filming stuff for you for when she's away as well. She's been working too, guys. I mean, a channel is a big commitment, is all I'm going to say. But it's been great doing some of it with this one. Takes the pressure off me a little bit too. So guys, see you soon, and until the next one, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one, or around the YouTube streets. Bye guys, love you loads.